Okay, good day. So today we're going to talk about essay. So for this specific lesson, here are our objectives. So at the end of this discussion, you should be able to first identify the dominant literary conventions of an essay. Second, analyze and interpret the elements, themes, and techniques used in various kinds of essay. Third, write a draft of an essay, do peer editing, and revise your draft. Fourth, compare and contrast how the elements of an essay are used in the different literary genres. And lastly, create examples of literary elements based on experiences. Okay, so let's start the discussion. We can summarize the origin of an essay into four major concepts or four major terms. The first of it, or the first of those terms, is essay. So during the 16th century, philosopher and writer Michael de Montaigne described his writing as attempts. He named those texts that he wrote during that time as Asai. It is spelled like this. Asai was spelled like this. So Asai is a French word that means attempt or an attempt. So meaning during that time, Michael de Montaigne was attempting to share his ideas or concepts or thoughts and making it a concrete example by writing it on a paper. So Michael or Montaigne began composing or writing his essays in 1572 and published his two-volume collection entitled Essays in 1580. So if you will notice, essay is not that old compared to the other genres of literature. Like for example, in poetry, if we will be tracing its origin, it will be difficult for us to trace the exact year when poetry was or the first poetry was written. Unlike essay, we have here specific years, like for example, in the part of Montaigne, we have 1572 or as early as 1571. He is starting to write this kind of literary genre. Okay, and then still on the same century, okay, we are still in the 16th century. This characteristic of a written text was brought by Francis Bacon in England. Okay, he introduced this characteristic of writing to English people. Okay, and he called his works as essays. Okay, so this French word essay or assay, according to Francis Bacon, it came from the Latin term exigere, okay, which means to drive out, meaning you are driving out your ideas, you are driving out your uh, emotions and opinions and putting it into writing. So you are sharing it to the people who will be reading your works. By the way, Francis Bacon is considered as the father of English essay. So if we will be looking at this specific origin of an essay, we can say that essay is one of the youngest genres of literature. So if we will be comparing it to fictional work or short stories and novels and poetries and dramas, essay is quite young, okay, when it comes to date or when it comes to year. But if we will be tracing the first, okay, the very first text which contains the characteristic of an essay, we can trace it, okay, to this we can trace it to this kind of Japanese literature called Zuitsu. Okay, so when we speak of Zuitsu, it's a Japanese literature that has or containing the characteristic of an essay wherein people or writers of this kind share their experiences and their commentaries about a specific situation or a specific topic. One example of that zuitsu is Makura no Soshi. If you will translate it into English, it will be translated as the Pillow Book. It is written by, say, Shonagon, a court lady. She's serving the Empress Consort Teishi. She served and write this kind of zuitsu as early as 10th century. So, medyo mas matagal na palang nagsusulat yung mga Japanese ng ganitong kind ng literature compared to the Western people. Okay, so while Shonagon was serving to the Empress Consort, she's writing her diary or she's journaling her experiences during her servant years. Okay, and then in the Philippines, we have the term or we have our own term for an essay, and we call it sanaysay. So sanaysay was coined or was invented by a Filipino poet and critic, Alejandro Abadilla, in 1938. So sanaysay is a portmanteau for a written account of someone who is sanay sa pagsasalaysay. So when we speak of portmanteau, it is a combination of sounds and meaning of two words. So you are combining their spelling, you are combining their sounds and making it a single word, just like sanaysay. So meaning, if you are writing a sanaysay or if you are writing an essay, you have the abilities or you are skilled in narrating a specific story or a specific situation. Okay, but uh, the the title Father of Philippine Essay was not given to Alejandro Abadilla. So that title belongs to NVM Gonzalez because NVM Gonzalez has contributed a lot in this kind of literature. He has given most of his life in um, developing or in giving ideas, strategies, techniques in writing this kind of literature. Okay, so that was a short or brief history of an essay. So now let's have this classification of essay according to Purdue University. So according to them, we can classify essays or we can categorize essays into four categories. And those are expository essay, descriptive essay, narrative essay, and argumentative essay. So in expository essay, it will require the student to really study, investigate, and gather information about his topic. Okay, you are required to conduct researches, you are required to conduct um, interviews if you need to, so that your topic will become clear to your audience, so that this topic will become familiar to them. Okay, so some of the things that you can do when you are writing expository essay, you can do comparison and contrast. You may compare your topic and uh, enumerate the similarities and differences of your topic to a certain or to another topic. You can also give definition of it, okay? Give examples or application of that specific topic. You can also do analysis of the cause and effect of your chosen topic. So your main goal in this kind of essay is to inform your audience to make this topic or to make your topic known to them. Okay, so that's your main goal in writing expository essay. You really need to expose your topic. And then in descriptive essay. So descriptive essay is a type of writing wherein students were asked to describe something. So meaning you will focus on descriptions, you will focus on the characteristics, the qualities of your topic. So this genre encourages the writers to become creative in writing their essay, okay, particularly if they will be focusing on experiences. So this genre allows the students or the writers to become or to have a great deal of artistic freedom. So your main goal in this kind of essay is to make a vivid picture of your topic, so that if your audience will if they will close their eyes, they can visualize, they can imagine, they can picture out what is being discussed on your descriptive essays. So you really need to use imagery if you will be writing descriptive essays, since imagery will help us a lot in uh, presenting a concrete picture of the topic. And then in narrative essay, so in here, um, the main task of the writer is to tell a story. So you will tell what happened on a specific situation. You're going to tell what really transpired in a specific event. So under this type of essay, we can have anecdotal, experiential, or personal essays. So it will allow students to express themselves in a creative and moving ways. Okay, so your main goal is to tell a story. And then in argumentative essay, our main goal is to investigate a topic, make a stand, and persuade or encourage others to believe or to be on our side. So in here, we really need to convince our audience to act on a certain issue that we are talking about in an argumentative essay. So we will make them believe if we will provide factual information, if we will provide pieces of evidences, so that after reading your essay, they will somehow choose their own stand and act based on their stand or position on that specific issue. Okay, so main goal in writing argumentative essay is to encourage or persuade your readers to act on something, and um yeah, to make your readers or encourage your readers to act on something by providing pieces of evidences and factual information. So those are the classifications of essays according to Purdue University. So here is the basic part or structure of an essay. So eh, if we are talking about the minimum number of paragraphs, we must have at least 5 paragraphs. So first is the introduction. So on your introduction, you're going to introduce or write there general statements and information about your topic. So usually we can locate or find the thesis statement in the introduction. So most of the writers put their thesis statement in the first paragraph. Okay, so we can write it in a deductive approach or deductive manner. So meaning you will start with general information, and then as your paragraph progress, you are making it specific or you are narrowing down your topic. And then you must have at least 3 body paragraphs. Okay, so these paragraphs will support your main idea or your thesis statement. Okay, and each paragraph or each body paragraph begins with a topic sentence. So that topic sentence will serve as the general or the major or main idea of that specific paragraph. Okay, and then lastly, we have the conclusion or the last paragraph, the fifth paragraph. Okay, so conclusion is a brief summary of your main points that you have stated from the first up to the fourth paragraph. Okay, so you can um, use the information that you have written in the introduction and paraphrase it so that the idea or the message will still remain, but you will present it in a different way, or you will present it using different set of words. Okay, so you can just paraphrase your introduction, but from general to specific at the introduction, you're going to make it specific to general at the conclusion or at the concluding paragraph. Okay, so that is the basic structure of an essay. And then if we are talking about the internal structure of the paragraph, you must have at least 5 sentences, introductory sentence or your topic sentence, and then you will provide 3 supporting sentences or 3 supporting details for your topic sentence. And lastly, you must also have a concluding sentence. Okay, so that is the structure of a paragraph. In these parts of an essay, the most important part is the body or the body paragraphs, for they contain the most important parts. Okay, for they contain the substance of an essay, for they contain the supporting details or the detailed information about your topic. Okay, so that is the basic structure of an essay. So now, if Purdue University has 4 categories or 4 classification of an essay, Abadilla has classified essays into 13. Okay, he classified essays according to the content of the essay. So according to him, we can have these classifications. So we can have critical, satirical, political, social essays, historical, philosophical, didactic, spiritual, biographic or biographical, inspirational, reminiscent, literary, and humorous essays. So this is cited in the works of Angeles published in 2017. So in these classifications of Abadilla, we are talking about specific topic. Okay, so if Purdue University has somehow classified or categorized essay into 4 major classifications, Abadilla has presented us 13 specific classifications. And then we can also categorize essays into 2. These are the most general classifications or categorization of an essay. So we can categorize it into 2. An essay could be a formal essay or an informal essay. So the difference between the two, informal essay, we really need to follow the rules. Okay, we really need to follow the standard way of writing. For example, a formal essay must be objective. So you must not present biased information. Second, if you are writing in using English or American English, you must stick to that American English all throughout your essay. A third, you are not allowed to use colloquial terms unless that is your topic. Third, you really need to observe capitalization, punctuation marks. Informal essay, you also need to observe that, but we are really strict in terms of formal essay. And then, when it comes to writing numbers, if you are dealing with single-digit numbers or single-digit numbers, you need to spell it out. But if you will be presenting numbers in 2 digits or 3 or so on and so forth, you may write it into number form. Okay? And then when it comes to abbreviation and acronyms, you need to spell it out if you will be writing it the first time. Spell it out and then enclose the acronym inside parentheses. So those are some of the characteristic of a formal essay. And then on the other hand, in an informal essay, you may use uh, by the way, in writing formal essay, you are also not allowed to use contraction. Okay, so you really need to spell out the words if you will be writing one. In an informal essay, you are somehow allowed to write or use contraction if that is your personal style of writing. What else? You are allowed to use colloquial terms even though that is not your topic. Mm, when it comes to writing numbers, you may write it in a spelled out way, or you may use the digits or the numbers itself. What else? You may write in acronyms, or you may write acronyms the first time around. You may be subjective if you are writing informal essay. So by the way, Michael de Montaigne is the father, or he is considered as the father of informal essays. So during his time, he's writing essays based on his uh, perspective, based on his stand on specific issues or specific situation. Okay, so those are the classifications of essay according to the writing style of the author. Next would be the tone, okay, or the tone or your stand, okay, your style of writing. So tone can be classified into two. It could be formal or personal. So in writing formal essay, your tone must be formal. So meaning you must use objective, or you must be objective. You must use um, third person point of view. So you will use pronouns like we, she. No, you will not use we. You may use he, she, them, they, it, and so on and so forth. So in personal essay, you can be subjective. Okay, you can use first person point of view. You can use pronouns like I, we, us, and so on and so forth. Okay, so other elements of an essay include the form and the structure, which can be logical in arranging your ideas and events. So those are the two tones of an essay. Formal, wherein we're going to use it in writing formal essay or formal essays, and personal, you may use it in writing informal essays. Okay, and then here are the differences among topic, theme, and thesis statement. When we talk about topic, this is your general topic, okay, or the general information about your essay. And then if we are talking about the theme is the narrowed down version of our topic. Okay, this is the subtopic of the general topic. So for example, from your topic, fresh graduates, if we will narrow it down, from the general topic fresh graduate, we can have a theme of challenges or problems faced by fresh graduates. So that will be the theme of our essay. So meaning all of the information that you will be reading or you will be putting on your essay are the different challenges that these fresh graduates faced. Okay? And then the thesis statement is a sentence containing your theme. So for example, from your topic, college graduate or fresh graduates, and then narrowing it down to the challenges faced by these fresh graduates, if we will be making it a complete sentence, that will be our thesis statement. So your thesis statement could be the challenges or the problems faced by fresh graduates in job application. Okay, and then you could provide three major challenges that they are facing. So, for example, lack of work experiences, mismatched skills and abilities, and then the hardships in getting documents or requirements. So those could be your three supporting details about your thesis statement. Okay, so topic is the general one, theme is the narrowed down version of your topic, and thesis statement is a sentence or a statement containing your theme or containing the theme of your essay. Okay, and then the topic sentence, if it is located on the body of your essay, topic sentences support your thesis statement. But since most of the writers put their thesis statement at the introduction, so the topic sentence of your introduction is the theme or is the thesis statement. Okay, so for example, if you have five five paragraphs in your essay, if you will be asked how many topic sentences do you have five, since your introduction has a thesis statement and that thesis statement serves as your topic sentence in the introduction, and then you have four topic sentences for each paragraph after your introduction. Okay, but if you will be asked how many thesis statement do we have in an essay, we only have one. Okay, so those are the differences among topic, theme, thesis statement, and topic sentence or topic sentences. And the last part of this lesson is authorial voice. So authorial voice is the point of view of the writer in discussing his topic. So in fiction, we call the narrator or we call the storyteller narrator. Okay, in poetry, we call the storyteller persona. In an essay, we call the narrator or we call the storyteller speaker, or sometimes we call it authorial voice. Okay, so again, the authorial voice or the point of view of the writer sets the tone of an essay. So for example, if you are using first person point of view, automatically the tone of your essay will be personal. Okay, and it will become informal essay since you are dealing with your own ideas or your own thoughts about your topic. If your point of view is third person and third person is an objective point of view, the tone of your essay will be formal and the type of your essay will become formal. Okay, so those are the differences between first person point of view or objective point of view and subjective point of view and the speaker of your essay. Okay, so that will be the end of this discussion. So if you want to somehow read further information about the topic, you may look for these or you may access these references so that you can get additional information about an essay. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening and good luck on your uh, essay writing activity.